Gamers and gentlefolk, hello and welcome back to another broadcast of the Nexus Gaming series. I'm your host, Sound, and today we are looking at replay casts from Week 7 of NGS. This next match is going to be a Division A contest between 2+2 and Gen.M Esports. It is a best-of-3 series. I do not know the outcome yet, so I'll be finding out along with you at home. And just a quick couple of notes about these teams. Gen.M has been around NGS for quite a while now. I have had the pleasure of playing against this team at various points. But on the other side of the coin, 2+2 features a mostly rookie roster. Two of their squad have had a number of seasons in NGS, but most are still very new to the league. So I'll be interested to see how those two different experience levels match up against one another in this contest. Before we get into Game 1, I'd love to show everyone what we know about the map draft. So we've got battlegrounds banned on both sides. Dragonshire and Tomb of the Spider Queen are the bans for 2+2. Gen.M opted to ban Volskaya and Garden of Terror. I'm not sure who chose Map 1, but we are headed to Sky Temple for our first game of the series. Not one that is frequently played in NGS. Plenty of folks dislike the map because they feel it's not interesting to play on an uninteractive map. The nature of the objective is such that you don't necessarily need to fight after you've gained a structural advantage, which is why we don't see it that often. But it also means that teams who pick the map frequently have a leg up against their opponents, as they are likely the team with much more practice on the map. So I'll be interested to see if this is a one-sided affair or if it is a tight contest between these two teams. Let's check out Game 1 of this series. And we'll start by introducing our teams here. On the left in blue, we've got 2+2, Tempest playing Ana, McNulty on Dahaka, Death Knight on Junkrat, Axon on Greymane, and Chromage playing Blaze. And to the right in red, we've got Gen.M Esports, Majesty on Johanna, B. Meduo on Leoric, Duff McWhalen on Tychus, Patience playing Stukov, and John Bunyan on Chromie. Taking a look at our level 1 talents, we've got a trait build from Dahaka going for tissue regeneration at level 1. And it looks like it is a main tank Blaze. Not the most common pick, but that level 1 new habits talent that they've opted for is frequently the go-to for a main tank Blaze build. Being able to get unstoppable on your trait is a big boon to the hero. On the other side, of course, we've got John Bunyan playing the Chromie. Chromie's trait will give a talent tier advantage just to the smallest dragon. Lots of damage onto Blaze. Duff McWhalen able to wail away with the minigun. First blood going over to Gen.M Esports, and that's going to put them ahead on rotations. We can see Duff and Patience immediately starting up that siege camp, with Majesty and John Bunyan working on the mid lane. In top, B. Meduo and McNulty dueling it out it is a much easier lane for the Leoric player, but clearly Chromage wasn't dying. He was making a timely rotation to the Bruiser camp. 3-hero commitment from 2+2 is scouted out by Chromie using that level 1 Time Walker's Pursuit, granting vision every 25 seconds. So a Bruiser camp advantage to the side of 2+2. Death Knight is going to be able to clean up this siege camp in bottom without too much hassle, thanks to Junkrat's Concussive Blast. And it looks like Gen.M are going to be able to stall the minions just outside of their tower. That is a favorable spot to have them. Level 4s on both sides. We've got In the Rhythm from Tychus looking to stack up the duration on his minigun, as well as Subdue from Johanna, that questing talent that is almost never complete but is always worth taking. 4-hero commitment here. Beamaduo getting the slow onto Chromage, but 2+2 are able to make it out without too much hassle. We've got a Brushstalk in from McNulty, looking for a drag here, lands it onto Patience. A follow-up stun from Chromage, but the Stukov looks like they are likely to live. Axon able to chase them down on the Greymane. First kill to the side of 2+2, and they're going to try and press that advantage. Axon getting as much damage onto that fort wall as possible, trying to amp up the value that this top shrine will get. Meanwhile, we've got Majesty for Gen.M taking the position on mid-altar. Level 7s over to the side of 2+2. Just a fraction of a talent lead here, perhaps a quarter of a level. We can see a full biotic grenade build for Tempest on the Ana. And it looks like the top objective is going to go over. Wow, that Subdue was everything. Taking out the Junkrat player, looking for Tempest next, but able to make it out alive. We've also got a paralyzing enzyme pickup from McNulty on the Dahaka. An uncommon Gambit talent to see, but offering additional CC after your drag has expired in the form of a slow as well as extra poison damage. Gen.M getting aggressive here, a 4-hero commitment to the invade onto 2+2's siege camp isn't gonna come to anything. They've got a lot of great point control with Death Knight set up using the Concussive Blast. Still a little bit of HP left on the top fort for Gen.M. I'd love to see 2+2 commit some resources to the top side of the map to finish off that fort, start getting passive experience in their advantage. A great buff onto Majesty, still has the Iron Skin available to walk out. Duff McWhalen dashing away, but gets booped back in. Level 8 has unlocked the heroic for Chromie, and Axon is falling very low. Chromage as well. Duff McWhalen looking for the last few autos, but Tempest able to get all of 2+2 out of there alive. A heroic effort from the Ana. And we've got a Brushstalker in from McNulty here. Drag lands onto Patience once again, always looking for that Stukov player, and that's going to be another kill onto Stukov. That will unlock heroics for 2+2, but we've got 10s on both sides now. We've got Isolation and Riptire and Nano Boost, Bunker, and nothing from Axon just yet on the side of 2+2. And on the other side for Gen.M, a Falling Sword for Majesty, Entomb, Draken Laser Drill, Flailing Swipes, and of course, the Time Loop that we already saw at level 8 from Chromie. 5 heroes on both sides. Death Knight caught in the Entomb here, gets caught in the silence as well, but a huge stun from Chromage. McNulty and Blaze both on the back line here. Patience is likely to go down to the Riptire. Another kill onto Stukov here. And 2+2 looking to get aggressive are going to take a lot of damage from John Bunyan on the retreat path. Death Knight falling exceptionally low there. But that kill is definitely going to secure this next second objective phase for 2+2. If they are able to secure the full channel on this objective, that will secure the bottom fort, putting them further ahead structurally. And that'll do it for the bottom fort. On the top side of the map, we've got McNulty on the Dahaka, pushing away. This double-stacked minion wave will do enough to finish off this fort if Bimedho is unable to clear it in time. Ooh. Drag narrowly misses from McNulty. We've got both teams getting onto their bruiser camps once again. Patience and Duff McWhalen a little bit slower on that pickup. 2+2 may look to confirm that fort. But with Chromage scouted in the bot lane thanks to that Time Walker's Pursuit, I think Gen.M likely feel very comfortable stepping up to defend the camp. Majesty taking a drag from McNulty. The Iron Skin lasts long enough to get Majesty to their wall with safety. Patience using the Flailing Swipes for good measure, and it's a dig in. So Falling Sword committed. Isolation goes wide. Duff McWhalen falling low. Gonna fall to the damage from Axon there. With a kill and pressure on the map, we can see 2+2 starting up this boss. In the top lane, Bimedho is still working on the top fort. I think that is a good trade for Gen.M. Getting guaranteed structure damage while your opponent is busy doing something else means that they may have the opportunity to clear this boss and siege camp in bot lane before it gets too much value. Of course, while they're doing that, 2+2 are going to take this time to do a vanilla push onto Gen.M's mid fort. Next objective unlocking means that Gen.M could get back in the game here if they're able to clean up some kills and cap both of these objective temples. They're going to be slow to rotate to it, though. That boss took a while for them to pick up. Chromage scouted once again by the Time Walker's Pursuit. So it is 4v4 in bot lane, and we've got Bimedho contesting the Leoric in top. McNulty is going to dig in. Brushstalker Majesty has to use the Falling Sword to escape there. No Falling Sword, or I'm sorry, no Iron Skin available to them. And that's going to give 2+2 channel on one of the altars, but these trades are definitely in the favor of 2+2. Did I say Gen.M? Either way, Gen.M able to secure one of the two altars. 2+2 happy to take the trade since they are already ahead, structurally speaking. So trading 1 for 1 is to their advantage. And it isn't a perfect 1 for 1 either, because McNulty was able to secure some of that top objective as well. This is a tough position to be in for Gen.M. They would love to take an even talent tier fight, but 2+2 don't have any reason to be out on the map here. Perhaps Gen.M's best opportunity to get a fight would be pressing onto the bottom fort and this siege camp for 2+2, but their distance to safety is very high. Looks like Gen.M are interested in taking the fight. scouting that 2/2 are in the vicinity. They're going to back up with Death Knight's Concussive Blast on point. The only other option available to Gen.M at this point is looking for a gank onto Dahaka. Speaking of, they get the Brush Stalker in. Gonna miss the drag thanks to a timely time trap by Chromie. Level 16s in the hands of 2/2, still about a quarter of a level away from that next talent tier is Gen.M. And their comp scales relatively well. Leoric unlocking the rest of that damage reduction build at 16, and they have that even talent tier. We've also got Titan Grenade from Duff McWhalen, amping up the kill pressure from them. Double Temple phase up next. We've got both teams starting up their bruiser camps. Once again, 2/2 a little bit faster on the rotation to theirs. And we'll see how Gen.M approach this next objective phase. Once again, 2/2 are happy to take a trade here, and capping that watchtower is a big advantage for them. Majesty looking for McNulty here. Eats the drag. They still have Iron Skin available. B Meadow able to entomb 2, but no damage follow-up. A little too far out. Majesty still looking for pressure onto the front line, but the further off the altar they fight, the higher the advantage is for 2/2. Gen.M really need the kills and the objectives. 2/2 happy to take just the kills. And we've got McNulty channeling on the bot side. They do have Rush Stalker available to them. So once again, 2/2 in the driver's seat, taking the trade, and they do have the global available to them. Gen.M will finish off this objective ahead of McNulty on bot side. So they will have a small window to try and pressure the second objective. But it looks like with Bimedho headed up to the top lane on Leoric, they are not going to contest it. Still trailing about a full level towards their Storm talent tier. Boss is available. We've got both teams trying to posture around and keep vision of it. 2/2 do not need or want to take this boss or fight. Gen.M really do want to take the fight. Majesty has to use the Iron Skin very early. That is a important cooldown to lose. And we do have Gen.M starting up the boss just for a moment, deciding to back off. And it looks like 2/2 are set up for another invade onto the Sapper camp. This is the pre-Storm talent fight that Gen.M really needs to take, but they are not pressing the issue, allowing McNulty in top to get a lot of experience and minions pushing into the top keep wall. Another early Iron Skin from Majesty. And here comes the rest of the heroics on the side of Gen.M. This will secure them the boss, but once again, it's not for free. On the top side, McNulty was able to push a lot, get a gate and tower on the keep front wall there, and they land the drag here onto the Johanna. Storm talents available for 2/2. And they're going to be able to clean up most of this boss before it even touches their keep wall. Still 3/4 of a level away from Storm talents. Gen.M have a lot of questions to answer on the map. They've got constant catapult pressure pushing against them in bottom lane, and a single temple spawning in top. So McNulty not having their dig available, that Brush Stalker cooldown will keep them from getting too much split pressure during this objective phase. But without their Storm talents, Gen.M don't feel comfortable stepping up. We've got Bimedho working on those minions in mid, trying to close the gap, and they are able to. Checking in on our Storm talents, we've got the level 20 upgrade for Falling Sword, a big power spike for Johanna, as well as the Silence Entomb for Leoric. Bimedho taking so much punishment here. Looks for the Entomb, lands it onto Ana here. A lot of damage and healing, but they're able to get into the... Oh my gosh, so much damage. Patience killing everybody here. Chromage falling low. Bimedho low as well, but it's 3-0 over to the side of Gen.M. They needed their Storm talents, and once they had them in their hands, they turned the fight well in their favor. A decisive win for our red team. And it looks like we've got Duff McWhalen working on this top altar. They're just trying to get as much damage onto this top keep wall as they can while 2+2 wait for respawns. I'd love to see them keep pushing now, get a little bit of catapult pressure in their favor. It'll even out this top lane for the away team. Another Entomb from Bimedho. Looks like the silence is a little late. Axon is going to go down to the Falling Sword from Majesty. Heaven's Fury doing so much to turn these fights around. The Silence Entomb from Bimedho. Meduo. I keep saying it incorrectly. And they're going to finish off the keep. Looks like with the respawn from Blaze coming, they aren't interested in looking for a core push, instead opting to clean up mid lane and get onto this bottom siege camp. Looks like a little bit of indecision on which siege camp was higher priority. Majesty clearing waves, bluffing as if Gen.M were clearing that aggressive side, but instead they are working on both of their friendly camps, grabbing both bruisers and siege. McNulty is alone here. They've got their stun of, or their drag, dig, Brushstalker. Brushstalker is available to them. They land the drag here, and they're able to escape with the Tunneling Claws, level 16. Another single altar phase is in the favor of Gen.M. Oh, I'm sorry, this is a double altar phase. So trades still favorable for 2+2. The red team is far from out of the woods just yet, but they are going to start getting channel progress on both of these altars. And it looks like we've got 2+2 getting aggressive. Another silence, this time onto Junkrat. These Entombs have been really solid, but Meduo is taking so much damage. Controlled Chaos to try and reset the fight here. McNulty onto the Leoric, lands the isolation. Chromage taking so much damage, and they're going to go down before casting Bunker. Death Knight raining in so much damage with cannonballs at level 20, but the first kill goes over to Gen.M. Once again, a fight win that they need to stay in this game. McNulty misses the drag. John Bunyan looking for the kill here, but looks like the Haka is going to get out fine, just fine. Double altar channel, double temple channel is a big momentum shift for Gen.M. 2+2 largely in the driver's seat for most of the game. If they had secured this... Oh my gosh! The Meduo dead in an instant. McNulty's drag, followed up with Tempest's Sleep Dart, is going to be all she wrote for the Leoric player. This is a tense contest. 4v4 and Siege Giants on the core of Gen.M. Lots of damage falling onto McNulty. The active reload from Tempest able to get their Dahaka player out in time. So we are dead even structurally. A little bit of macro pressure onto Gen.M's core in the bot lane, and a death timer still ticking for Leoric. They'll be back sooner than a typical hero, but perhaps not in time to contest this boss. Holy cow, Death Knight is dying in the back. Majesty's kind of 1v1ing them. Chromage able to pop the bunker and escape with sub 200 HP, but they go down, trading main tanks on both sides. B Meduo gets 2 with the Silence and Tomb. Death Knight taking so much damage, swipes on the point and the silence, but the boss is going to go over to the blue team. Holy cow. A 5-hero wipe from 2+2 is going to secure the boss and likely the game. That was the way that Sky Temple games can end in major excitement. You love to see that sort of end. The Falling Sword upgrade, Heaven's Fury, and the Silence and Tomb, Buried Alive, both doing a lot to turn around those late game team fights, but in the end, the damage from Junkrat and Greymane was just a little too serious for Gen.M to overcome. Really well played by 2+2 there. Checking in on our talents. As mentioned earlier, we had Tempest opting for the full Biotic Grenade build, as well as active reload at 16. So much healing throughput available to Ana at that level. And instead of the stun cleanse, given how few stuns were on the side of Gen.M, they opted for Purifying Darts, a really smart pickup. Anything else of note outside the norm? That's the stuff from Duff McWhalen at 13. An interesting choice. One that you typically see paired with Bigger They Are. The extended duration of your minigun within the rhythm delays the heal from That's the Stuff. Especially with Draken Laser Drill, one kind of tech pick that That's the Stuff players will do is they'll opt for Odin because that prematurely cancels the minigun and gives you the heal kind of on demand, but Duff likes the combo, can't fault them. Oh, Meltdown from Chromage at level 4. Main tank Blaze, I'm accustomed to seeing oil spill area increase. Anyway, yada yada. Talents. And on the damage side of things, we had so much damage from both Axon and Death Knight, nearly even at 55 and 53k each. Of course, on Gen.M's side of things, Majesty able to ramp up their damage. The Johanna build that they opted for, able to surpass Chromie's damage output with the Holy Hammers at 13 and the Heaven's Fury at 20. So a tight one, a narrow one, but ultimately a win for... I've been looking at the wrong screen this whole time. Shucks. Once again, these are the talents. Everybody saw them. And these are the stats. Most excellent. Alright. We've got somewhat of a delay now between games. Because these games were played on a previous patch, it takes HOTS a little bit longer to parse and reload that older app data. Medaho is the correct pronunciation. Great. Good to know. Thank you, Andrew. Medaho. I'm sure I'll continue mispronouncing it because I've gotten it into my muscle memory that it's mispronounced, but Medaho is, in fact, how we pronounce the offlaner's name for Gen.M. Good to know. let's see where we're headed for our second map. The scaling comp on the side of Gen.M looked really clean. Looks like the logo pack shift. Yes, Axon, the logo pack did seem to shift with the white background still. I also could be working off of an old background or old logo pack, so that might be an error on my side of things. Emphasis on the may, though, not the duh. Great. Cool. Metaho. Okay. Metaho. Excellent. Looks like game 2, we are going to be headed to Braxis Holdout. Ooh. Braxis, another map that doesn't see a whole heck of a lot of play across all divisions in NGS. Lots of folks have a sour taste in their mouth from playing it in Storm League, where it is not a very dynamic map. Typically just seeing 4 heroes against 4 heroes bashing into each other in bot lane. But in organized play, you are a lot more likely to see rotations between the lanes. You see a lot of emphasis onto heroes like Genji and Falstad and Brightwing, heroes that are able to quickly rotate from lane to lane and apply pressure on both sides of the map. So I'm excited to see how these Division A teams navigate those circumstances. So let's get into game 2 here of our 3-game series. And introducing our teams here on the left, once again, we've got 2+2, Tempest playing Deckard, Chromage on Muradin, McNulty on Hogger, Death Knight reprising their role on Junkrat, and Axon once again on the Greymane. To the right in red, we've got Gen.M Esports, Majesty playing Zarya, Bimedaho on the Lost Vikings, Duff McWhalen on Gul'dan, Patience on Lucio, and John Bunyan playing Deathwing. So a very atypical comp over the side of Gen.M Esports. We've got a, I guess you could call it a Deathwing main tank. And on the top side, we've got a 4-hero commitment. Lots of damage goes on to Olaf. That's first quarter of a kill over to the side of 2+2. And this siege is going to secure them a very quick first tower there. Death Knight able to fend off the worst of the push from Gen.M on the bot side, but Gen.M are far behind on the siege race. So 2+2 really taking advantage of the assumed lanes there. Lots of damage on the Majesty here. They're going to fall. First blood to the side of 2+2. Axon not complete just yet. Playing very aggressively on the Greymane. They're going to continue to pressure this top fort, working on the sidewalls here. 1 minute means that all camps are available for contest, and we can see 2+2 immediately getting on to this Bruiser camp. They've got a lot of camp clear between the Greymane and the Hogger, and on the right side, Gen.M respond in kind with their siege camp. On the bot side, we've got the Medio working on this objective channel. First Zerg progress over to the side of Gen.M here. It is a pain to get the Vikings off this point with how they can cycle their 3 bodies. Another death for Olaf. But not before Gen.M are able to secure 24% of that objective progress. McNulty, I don't know, yeah, able to get a little bit of pressure on the top objective cap, but they have to escape with John Bunyan and Duff McWhalen. And that's another kill going over to 2+2. They are always in the right spot to get these outnumbered fights, pressuring now with the siege camp of their own on bot side. No reliable CC available for Gen.M means they're going to have a hard time dealing with the Grey main here. Lots of long-range poke from Junkrat as well. No objective progress for 2+2 just yet, but they are still in the lead structurally. They've also secured a full level lead with Gen.M just now getting their level 5s. On level 4, any talents of note, we've got the Bombs Away quest from Junkrat. So much damage onto Axon, that's going to do it. A great stun from John Bunyan is going to secure the kill. First blood for Gen.M and further objective progress now. Hogger in top lane, unable to deal with the 3 different bodies of Bimedio. Or Bimedio? Gonna keep saying it incorrectly. 2+2 respond to the top lane, but there's a lot of push available to Gen.M here. Zarya does a lot to amp up the pressure that the team is able to apply thanks to their increased ability to tank structures and her damage. On the top side, Chromage taking out Baylog. There goes Olaf. Alone Eric is not going to be able to stop this fort from dying here. So, trading forts, but a heavy objective lead for Gen.M.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
Death Knight able to do what they can to collect this experience. Still a lead for 2+2 in that regard. But an even talent tier, level 7s on both sides. We've got Explosive Barrier from Zarya. Gen.M getting aggressive onto the top channel here. McNulty taking so much damage from John Bunyan. But on the bottom side, we've got the... oh, Vikings. Vikings are the worst. Really well microed by Bimedio. Bimedio? Yep. So Eric is going to go down, and we've got Gen.M once again getting up onto the fort, doing so much to take the structures where they can from 2+2. These rotations, oh my gosh, Majesty caught in a bad spot here. A great route from Tempest is going to secure a kill onto Zarya. We'll see if that power play buys enough space for 2+2 to get some objective progress of their own. And it looks like it will. But all the while, in bot, we've got Olaf being sneaky, doing as much damage as they can onto Death Knight here, but checking in on the siege camp. 2+2 does invade and secure it. A kill on to Baylog now. Death Knight falling very low themselves, able to get another kill, but Eric might be able to chase him down with his increased move speed. Axon taking so much damage once again, and a Cataclysm in from John Bunyan, unable to secure a body block, however. And we've got Eric going for the top objective. This will stop the 2+2 objective progress. 54 points secured for them, and Gen.M able to sneak it. Despite having lost many Vikings, they are still with 5 heroes on the map. So, only 51% available for 2+2 versus the 100% Zerg wave for Gen.M. Top fort likely to go down here. 2+2 were able to secure the Bruiser Camp, which will help de-push this objective, but their attention in the top lane is going to draw them away from bottom, which gives Gen.M all the room they need to press up onto this fort wall. Heroics on both sides gives us the expulsion zone for Zarya, play again from the Vikings, Horrify from Gul'dan, High Five from Lucio, and Bellowing Roar for Deathwing. And on the other side, we've got Stay a While and Listen, Avatar, Hortipult, Riptire, and Cursed Bullet. Speaking of Hortipult, Duff McWhalen on an island here gets the Horrify and the Expulsion Zone, but it looks like Chromage is still very hurt. Death Knight just outside of the Molten Breath from John Bunyan. Lots of heroics used on both sides means that both teams are disinterested in fighting. McNulty now getting aggressive, though. John Bunyan taking so much damage, holy cow. The Cursed Bullet from Axon pressuring that health bar, but McNulty falls low. A cleanup from Majesty using that particle grenade. Booped in from Death Knight now, and that's a stun. Majesty does not have another shield, but they do have the Expulsion Zone. Death Knight able to clean it up with the frag launcher there. Some hectic team fighting here, trading 1 for 1, giving the Lost Vikings lots of room to collect experience in top lane. It seems like 2+2 really want to get this bottom fort down as soon as possible. Willing to forego a decent amount of experience on the top side of the map to do so. They'll have a hard time doing it, though. Duff McWhalen has a lot of wave clear on the Gul'dan. So as long as they keep intercepting these frag grenades from Death Knight, they don't stand too much risk of losing that fort. Checking in on the experience, we do have hero experience lead going over to 2+2 thanks to their 6-2 hero kill count, as well as a lot more mercenary XP, but minion experience heavily in favor of Gen.M. Lots of that coming from the side soaking of the Lost Vikings. McNulty capping top pad while the rest of 2+2 grab bottom. And another push with Siege Camp from 2+2 onto this fort is going to secure them the outer structure. However, they are going to give up objective channel for this rotation.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
They lose top fort as well. About even on the objective channel, and a very stealthy positioned Eric will continue to pressure on the bottom side of the map. An excellent map for the Lost Vikings. Bimeduo, able to do a lot there with some tight micro. Not enough to get Eric out alive that time round. Level 13's in the hands of Gen.M, still a quarter of a level away for 2+2. And Ring Around the Rosie continues. Just a little bit of objective progress here and there. Bimeduo able to pressure the objective once again. Junkrat rips the Riptire. We've got channel progress on the side of Gen.M once again, and 2+2 are falling back really far here. They know that Hogger isn't available to them, instead working on that camp in the top lane. Bimeduo scouting it out, unable to put too much pressure on them with how spread out they've been. Their level 13 Nordic attack squad does put a lot of pressure on the Hogger's HP pool, but with how spread out Bimeduo's been putting those heroes, they might not be taking full advantage of that talent. 100% Zerg wave. Death Knight does have a lot of wave clear to help clean it up. And there is a camp pushing on the top side of the map. So McNulty may get a fair bit of progress on top keep. But John Bunyan and friends are putting the hurt onto 2+2 here. Another Riptire to finish cleaning up the objective. Just a fraction of HP left for this bottom keep. John Bunyan taking so much damage fears Chromage away. There is another isolation attempt from Majesty. Whew, stay a while, catches Patience. They don't have anyone to high five to. Push off will get them further away, but not far enough. 2 kills on the retreat for 2+2, and they were able to take about half of the HP of top keep. That's going to be the go signal for them to get onto boss. Boss aggro logic follows the Battlefield of Eternity objective, so this bottom lane is the destination for the boss. Chromage jumps over the wall, making sure that Gen.M aren't able to get any of these camps while they've got heroes dead. John Bunyan taking so much punishment, loses another armor plate thanks to Axon's chase there. There won't be a wave accompanying the boss and bruiser camp, but the boss and bruiser camp alone will put a lot of pressure on the bot lane here. We still have Riptire available for Death Knight, so if Tempest is able to land another good route, or stay a while for that matter, this could be disastrous for Gen.M. Boss down to about a quarter HP now. Patience already extremely low themselves, and John Bunyan eating every single cursed bullet Axon can throw at them. So bot fort goes over to the side of 2+2. Stun lands onto Majesty, but able to get it out alive. Understanding that the objective is the thing that gives them the best chance for a win, we can see 2+2 falling back, trying to apply more pressure to the map before the objective spawns, and instantly get some progress on the objective once it's available to them. A real back and forth contest now. We'll see if the rotational advantage that Gen.M has been able to accrue with their TLV comp is going to secure them another objective, but it's getting tough. These fights are pretty hectic. They're going to secure a little bit of objective progress thanks to the expulsion zone, but Majesty caught on the wrong side of the engagement. A huge fear, though. Axon in the middle of the red team. Majesty looks for a turn kill, gets it onto the Junkrat player, trading 1 for 1 there. McNulty is so low. And Meduho keeps vision of 2+2. Another kill onto Olaf. Chromage falling very low. But that's more objective progress over to Gen.M. Play again has been used. So this is a Nordic Attack Squad Vikings with the stun at 16. Axon may not be long for this world. Chromage now the target for Gen.M. Falling low here. They don't have their ult available to them either, so oh my gosh, that's a big sleep onto Duff. The Gul'dan player goes down. 2+2 getting the kills when they need them. And that's the last kill onto all of the Vikings. Whew, these fights are hectic. The non-standard frontline comp of Gen.M is having a lot of trouble holding ground in these team fights. So it's not surprising to see them lose some of them. The Nordic Attack Squad is a huge power spike for the damage output of the Lost Vikings, but in the end, they still have very, very small health pools. So as long as you're able to kill one of them, it... Holy cow, Chromage sitting in the entire flame breath of John Bunyan. John Bunyan very low themselves, though. Majesty booped in, gets the cleanse from Patience, a great high five. from the Lucio player once again. The Conflagration level 16 almost completely killing Chromage. A great boop staff onto Eric the Swift. Ooh, and that's going to be Balog dying to the camp in top lane. Run around the Rosie continues with Tempest capping top and the rest of Gen.M getting onto the bot capture. 14 seconds before this next Bruiser camp spawns in bot lane. And Boss is available for contest here. Majesty face-checking Tempest now. John Bunyan eats another Cursed Bullet. It is a tough time for John Bunyan. They will never have all 4 of their armor plates, it seems. The map pressure is heavily in favor of 2+2 here. They're not racking up any objective progress right now, but I don't know that Eric is going to be able to get to top lane before Junkrat sniffs him out. And there they are, Death Knight putting a lot of damage onto them. But with the rest of Gen.M off the map and missing, they opt back up. Holy cow, so much damage on the Chromage once again. Conflagration is fair and balanced. Checking in on the core. I'm sorry, there's a huge fight. Majesty, expulsion zones, booped in. Action putting a lot of damage onto them. Great spin from McNulty, but the fear in onto the Hogger player. No. Oh my gosh, they get out with sub 100 HP. Majesty's low here. They're going to fall. Ancient Blessings popped by Tempest. Looking for more damage following John Bunyan, who is able to Cataclysm out just in time. Death Knight falling low to the Eric harassment. Not going to be enough. They will go down. No play again available for our Vikings player either. So likely we will see 2+2 run to core here with their Storm talents and a power play on the map. John Bunyan goes down. Looks like they are happy enough to fall back, cap boss, finish off the objective progress, give themselves a checkmate position. Of course, B-Meduo is not going to let them do everything all at once, stalling for as much time as they can with Olaf on the top objective point. Of course, Olaf won't be alive for long. He's going to die here. And that will secure the last 8% of the objective for 2+2. They've got a boss pushing in top lane, a Zerg wave in bottom lane, and a little less than 20 seconds until the Deathwing respawns. This is very much checkmate. I can't imagine how Gen.M hold it here. It'll take some heroic outplays. Holy cow, Patience taking so much damage. Thanks to that level 16 headbanger, McNulty getting a wall stun onto the wall riding Lucio there. Boss already on core here, Majesty taking a bunch of damage. We see the no control from McNulty with a Hortipult out. Majesty taking a lot of damage again. The Zerg wave is arriving. Core is falling down below 50% HP, and that is going to do it for Game 2, going over to 2+2 once again. GG and well played. Checking in on our builds and stats. I don't know Lost Viking talents. Let's learn them together. Explosive attacks gives more wave clear to Balog. Eric is more swift. Spin to win for more damage, of course. Nordic attack squad, like we mentioned. Large in charge, another big one. In the end, though, despite some seriously intense micro play from the TLV player, we ended up seeing the more traditional team fight comp of 2+2 really take it to Gen.M. A few too many expulsion zones were unable to secure the kills, sometimes overlapping with the Horrify from Gul'dan. Plenty of good fights from Gen.M, a very novel approach for the map. But in the end, 2+2 able to clinch it out. so much damage from Death Knight thanks to their level 4 stacking talent as well as the spread volley and cannonballs at 20. GG and well played to our blue team. Let me update the scorecard and get to our post screen. Another 2-0 on the day. Gen.M, of course, showing plenty of signs of life. The non-standard draft on Raxus Holdout was lots of fun to see. TLV games are always very exciting, as it is an uncommon hero. And they were able to secure a lot of objectives there. So they were definitely in the lead in the beginning. A novelty strat is never a bad idea, but 2+2 able to eke it out in the end with some clutch teamfight wins. The Sky Temple game going down to the wire with a full 5v5 on that boss pit. A really exciting series. The scoreline does not tell the full story here, so if you missed it live, be sure to go back and check out the series. That's going to do it from me today for the cast. I want to give a shout out to all the teams for playing great games, a shout out to everyone who tuned in to watch live, and of course a shout out to all of the artists and programmers who contribute assets and stuff for the stream. The stream wouldn't look anywhere near as good without all of their hard work, so be sure to check out their websites. I've got links in the description below. You can also hit !credits for a link in chat. And until next time, good luck, have fun, peace, and love.